Eli Mercer slammed his palm on the emergency panel. The docking bay alarm screamed. A freighter's cargo pod hung suspended, mag clamp frozen mid-failure, crushing toward a cluster of dock shuttles below. Workers scattered. Shouts echoed off the bulkheads. Eli dropped his toolkit and sprinted across the grated floor. His boots clanged. The clamp groaned. Metal buckled. One shuttle's hull dented with a screech. "Get clear!" Eli bellowed. He vaulted a railing, fingers finding the access hatch, locked. Of course. He wedged his multi-tool into the seam, twisted. Sparks bit his glove. The hatch popped. Inside, the control box smoked. Wires fused. Eli ripped the panel free. His hands moved on instinct. Bypassed the fried relay, jumper the power line. The clamp whined. Pods shifted. A shadow worker below froze, mandibles wide in panic. Eli yanked the override lever. It fought him, hydraulic resistance like wrestling a bulkhead door. Veins bulged in his neck. He poured his weight into it. Clunk. The clamp released. Pods dropped free, thrusters firing autocorrect. They settled harmlessly into buffer zones. Silence crashed in. Then cheers erupted from the bay crew. A Vexari engineer scuttled up, eye stalks swiveling. "Human. You." Overrode. A class. Forelock. "Manually?" Eli wiped sweat from his brow. Standard fix. Clamp just needed convincing. The engineer chittered, waving limbs. "Impossible. Requires 3 operators. Full decon suits." Eli shrugged. Picked up his toolkit. Had to try. He turned toward the service ladders. A figure lingered in the shadows near the exit. A tall alien woman, cloaked in neutral gray, her iridescent scales dulled under station lights. She watched him. 4 arms folded, golden eyes unblinking. Eli nodded once. She dipped her head. He kept walking. Halfway up the ladder well, his stomach growled. He paused on a landing, fished a ration pack from his belt pouch. Beef stew flavor, bland, reliable. Tore it open. Footsteps echoed below. The woman from the bay climbed into view. She stopped at his level, silent. "Hungry?" Ellie held out half the pack. No fuss. Her eyes narrowed. Tentacles along her neck twitched. Cathari trait he'd seen in briefings. Rare on this station. She hesitated, then accepted with 2 precise fingers. "You share without claim." Eli leaned against the bulkhead. "Food's food. Name's Eli. Systems contractor. Salith." Her voice hummed low like distant engines. She sampled the ration. Paused. "This nourishes without ceremony. Keeps you going?" Eli chewed steadily. "Saw you in the bay." Close call. She met his gaze. "You acted. Others deferred to protocol. Protocols don't stop falling cargo." He crumpled the empty wrapper. "What brings you planet-side?" "Passage." She handed back the wrapper remnant. "Clean. Your intervention saved my shuttle." Ellie pocketed it. "Just doing the job." A chime buzzed from his wristcom. Station security ping. He glanced down. Incident report pending on the override. Salith shifted. "They summon you."
"Yeah."
Eli started up another ladder. She followed, uninvited, but quiet. At the security kiosk, 2 guards loomed. Burly Dravok with tusked snarls. The senior one. Stripes faded on his uniform, blocked the console. Contractor Mercer. Tusks gleamed. Unauthorized override. Fines 5,000 creds. Pay now, we forget the log. Eli crossed his arms. Log the fix. Clamp was faulty. My report's already filed. Junior guard snorted. Humans break rules. Pay, or we impound your tools. Salith tensed beside him. Her hand brushed his sleeve. Subtle warning. Eli pulled up his comm. Reports under Salith's witness ID. She saw it. The senior blinked. Scanned the alias. This unregistered transient? Valid witness. Eli held steady. Bribe logged too. Forward to oversight. Tusks ground. Senior waved a meaty hand. Fine. Walk. But watch your back, soft skin. They retreated. Eli filed the bribery addendum under Salith VR, her chosen alias from the shuttle manifest. He'd glimpsed it during the chaos. Salith exhaled. You refused. For a stranger. Right thing. Eli shouldered his kit. Come on, press swarms clogging the main concourse. Maintenance shortcut this way. He led her down a dim service tunnel. Pipes hissed overhead. Her steps matched his, graceful despite the narrow confines. Why help? Her voice cut the hum. I am no one. Eli ducked a low beam. Everyone's someone. Besides, you didn't run. Lights flickered ahead. A grate barred the exit to the public levels. Eli knelt, popped the lock with his multi-tool. Through here, avoids the mob. She crouched beside him. Close. Her scent, ozone and spice, filled the space. They hunt a Cathari noble, disgraced. Stay low. He pushed the grate open. Voices thundered beyond. Reporters' drones buzzing. They emerged into a side alley off the concourse. Eli scanned, clear. He guided her toward a lift bank, away from the flashing holocams, a shadow detached from the wall. Captain Haraska, Royal Guard commander. Scarred plates, 4 eyes locked on Salith, his grip tightened on a shock lance. Intruder, Haraska's growl vibrated the air. Step from the Queen's path. Eli blocked the way. She's with me, back off. Haraska's eyes widened. Human, you dare. Salith's hand clamped Ellie's arm, firm, possessive. He saved my shuttle. And more. The captain's plates flushed crimson. He scanned Eli's comm log. Override cert. Your competence. Unlogged. Call it even. Eli met the stare. Press is weaponizing her face. We move.
Hesitated.
Then stepped aside. Protocol demands isolation, but evidence compels. Salith pulled Eli forward, into the lift. Doors hissed shut. Alone, she turned. Golden eyes searched his. You see me as equal, no fear. Eli shrugged. Should I? Her tentacles brushed his jaw. Light, electric. You will learn why not. The lift jolted upward. Alarms wailed station-wide. Drones swarmed the concourse below, broadcasting her face. No longer disguised. Eli's comm buzzed. Incoming. Envoy Nima Sato. Mercer, stand down. You've bonded with the Queen. Galactic court's watching. Salith smiled. Fangs glinted. Too late for protocol, human. Eli gripped the rail. Her hand stayed on his. The station shook. Rival ships inbound. Flags hostile. Trust locked in. Faster than any override. Do you recognize me? Salith's golden eyes pinned Eli Mercer against the corridor bulkhead. Her tentacles coiled tight around a slim data slate. Thrusting it forward, the screen blazed with a royal broadcast. Her face, unmasked, sleeve marking vivid, a swirling helix of iridescent blue, the Queen's seal. The corridor seals hummed locked behind him. No escape. Eli blinked at the slate, then at her. The marking on her own sleeve hung torn, exposed by a fresh rip in the fabric. Station lights flickered overhead, casting shadows on her scaled skin. He kept his voice steady. Lady, I fix vents and run cables. Broadcasts, not my channel. Her fangs clicked, close. Too close. Heat radiated from her body, carrying a scent like ozone after rain. Liar. You stared at the public feed an hour ago. In the repair bay. My image cycled every 30 seconds. State your recognition. Eli shifted his toolkit. Wires and sealant cans clinked. He scanned the corridor. Empty. Sealed. Bad spot for a shakedown. Saw a face. Pretty one. Didn't clock the politics. You need help with that tear? He shrugged off his jacket. Worn synth leather, patched at elbows. Held it out. Cover it, before someone does. Salith snatched the jacket, draped it over her arm. The helix vanished under the folds. Her eyes narrowed, 4 pupils dilated. You deny my sovereignty. A human contractor, blind to galactic throne? Impossible. Not blind. Eli met her gaze. Just busy. Shuttle bays don't care about crowns. He tapped his comm. Security pinged this corridor 5 minutes back. Anonymous tip. Your face is viral. Rivals leaked it? She stiffened. Tentacles rippled. You presume much. Protectors swarm already. Her voice dropped. Why aid a stranger? Humans scheme for favor. Eli snorted. Treat folks square. You fixed my shuttle override earlier. Call it payback. He stepped past her, toward the junction panel. Private lifts 2 decks up. Service route. I know the codes. Footsteps echoed. Heavy, armored. Royal guards rounded the corner, 6 of them, plates gleaming, shock lances primed, quad-eyed helmets locked on Eli. The lead snarled. Intruder protocol. Eamon Neal, Queen, step clear. Solith's hand shot to her throat. A concealed node pulsed. She uttered a single code. Veyran Alpha 79. Guards froze. Lances powered down. The leader's plates flushed violet. Command verified. My liege. They formed a perimeter. Eyes darted to Eli. The outsider. Process him? No. Salith's voice cracked like thunder.
He escorts. Protocol bends.
Eli raised hands. Empty. Easy. I'm not the threat. He nodded to the guards. You want her safe? Ditch the parade. Press drones hit the concourse. Her face is bait. The leader, Captain Haraska, insignia red, stepped forward. 4 eyes bored into Eli. Human competence unverified. Log your certs. Eli flicked his wrist comm. Holo projected. Override logs. Repair manifests. Clean galactic visa. Contractor grade A. Station master key. Saved 3 shuttles today, including hers. Haraska scanned it. Plates shifted crimson. Impossible metrics. No alien matches this output. He glanced at Salith. Liege, risks compound. Minister Kell demands isolation. Salith waved him silent. Kell controls narratives. This human breaks them. She gripped Eli's arm. Claws pricked. Not breaking skin. Lead contractor. Private lift. Eli nodded. Moved. Guards flanked loose. Lances low. Corridor curved into service tunnels. Grimy vents. Flickering strips. He punched a panel code. Hatch slid open. Faster this way. Drones can't scan here. They piled in. Salith stayed at his side. Her borrowed jacket brushed his shoulder. You gambled boldly. My court executes presumptives. Execute the guy who patched your ride? Eli grinned. Kept pace. Nah, you test loyalty. I pass tools, not judgments, a guard grunted. Humans lack hierarchy. Chaos. Works for us. Eli sealed the hatch behind. Echoes faded. Rivals inbound. Felt the station shudder. Salith's tentacles brushed his neck. Light. Testing. Fleet signatures. Odron Kell vectors defenses. But leaks spread. My disguise failed. She leaned closer. Voice a hiss. You covered my mark, without demand. Why? Ellie halted at a junction, scanned readouts. Power surges station-wide. Simple. Folks deserve space, queen or not. He overrode a locked grate. Sparks flew. Open path. Besides, jacket looks better on you. Her laugh echoed, low, vibrating. Flattery or truth? Truth? He waved her through. Guards followed. Tension thick as coolant fog. Alarms whooped distant. Concourse breach. Haraska's comm crackled. Envoy Sato inbound. Human liaison. Demands audience. Salith's eyes flashed. Delay her. Narrative shift too fast. Eli checked his own comm. Blinking message from Sato. Mercer stand down. Queen's ID confirmed. Diplomatic hold. He silenced it. She's sharp. Saw the logs. You ignore protocol. Salith's hand lingered on his. Warmth seeped through glove. For me, protocol's slow. Eli pointed ahead. Private lift doors. Biometric lock. He jacked in his tool. Bypassed in seconds. Doors parted. This gets you clear. Guards piled in. Haraska eyed Eli. Join us? Or surrender? Eli stepped aboard. Salith pulled him fully in. Doors hissed shut. Smooth. Silent. Alone with her gaze again. Guards rigid at edges. She leaned in. Breath feathered his ear. You see no queen. Only Salith. That's right. Eli gripped the rail. Her tentacles traced his wrist. Electric tingle. Equal footing. Haraska cleared his throat plates. Liege the bond. Forms. Salith cut him. Fangs gleamed. Trust outruns your models. Lift jolted. Docked at royal deck. Doors opened to sterile halls. Armed sentries snapped salutes. But Eli's comm buzzed insistent. Sato again. Voice message autoplayed. Mercer, you've compromised the Queen. Galactic eyes on you two. Rivals weaponize the romance. Stand down. Salith smiled, pulled Eli forward, past the guards, into shadow. Too late, Envoy. Elia glanced back. Haraska followed, plates still flushed. Station trembled harder. Hull stress alerts flashed on walls. Rival ships closed. Her grip tightened, possessive. You broke expectations, human. Now protect what protocol can't. Eli nodded, toolkit ready. They moved, deeper, into the royal maze. Drones hummed outside viewports, broadcasting chaos. Minister Odran Kale's voice boomed over station PA. False images, the throne endures. But Salith's face dominated every feed. Leaks fueled wildfires. Eli patched a flickering panel mid-stride. Lights stabilized. Guards stared. How? Practice. Eli kept walking, her hand in his. Forbidden. Solid. A side door hissed. Kel waited. Smooth scales. Data orb and tentacle. My queen. This liability? Salith halted. Asset. Odran. He denies my crown yet shields it. Kel's eyes flicked to Eli, calculating. Competence logs defy scans. Human anomaly. Call it even. Eli met the stare. Rivals at the gates. Fix narratives later. Kel's orb pulsed. Envoy Sato negotiates. Leverage the bond? Salith's claws dug in. No, we wield it. Explosions rocked the deck. Shields buckled. Haraska barked orders. Boarding alerts. Sectors 4 through 7. Eli dropped to a console. Fingers flew. Routed power to bays. Shuttle prepped. Your call. Salith watched. Golden explosions rocked the deck again. Salith's golden eyes locked on Eli's hands. He sealed the power route with a quick solder twist. Shuttle's hot, Eli said, but lifts are jammed. Sabotage. Raska's plates rattled. Confirm. Eli yanked open a palace lift panel nearby. Wires sparked. Lockout code pulsed red. He traced the break. Deliberate overload. Bypassed relay. Someone fried the safeties. Salith leaned in. Her scent, sharp citrus and ozone, cut through smoke. Fix it. Eli pulled his toolkit. No time for finesse. He jury-rigged a power bridge. Station scrap fused to alien conduit. Human knot and wire trick. Current surged. Lift doors groaned open. Guards froze. Haraska's mandibles clicked. Impossible. Vetting failed on that. Practice, Eli said. He stepped inside. Salith followed. Her tail brushed his leg. Accidental. Electric. Kel's orb whirred. Queen. Protocol. Outrun it. Salith hit the override. Lift plunged toward core levels. Alarms wailed. Eli braced against bulkhead sway. Her shoulder pressed his. Warm scales. Steady breath. He caught her glance. Testing. Trusting. Lift halted at antechamber seal. Restricted. Biometric lock glowed. Salith pressed palm. Denied. Rival spoofed my sig. Eli scanned. Hack trace. Incoming. He slapped a bypass dongle from his belt. Pulled from station junk. Fed dummy code. Seal hissed green. Salith's eyes widened fractionally. Temporary clearance. Yours now. She keyed her claw to his wristband. Data flowed. Guards murmured. Haraska blocked the door. Human. Unvetted. Test first. False alarm, klaxon blared. Red lights flashed. Intruder ping in antechamber. Eli crouched, listened. Signal lag. 0.3 seconds off sync. Fake. Real threats lagging from external relay. Sector 9. Docking arm. Haraska's sensors word. Confirmed. How? Ear for echoes. Eli pointed. Ping that node. Guard drone zipped. Feed popped. Saboteur drone. Rival badge. Haraska smashed it midair. Plates shifted. Respect tint. Clear. Haraska stepped aside. They entered the antechamber. Crystal walls hummed. Royal archives glowed behind force fields. Salith waved Eli to a central console. Isolate leaks. My image floods every feed. Eli plugged in. Scanned. Viral code. Rivals weaponized her face. Disguise blown. Narrative spin. Tie it to worker logs? Kel hovered. Envoy Sato calls. Human bond as leverage? Salith's tail lashed. No. She turned to Eli. You shielded my throne. Name your reward. Credits, status, land on Vera Prime. Eli wiped sweat, saw the angle. Station workers, alien crews, ground under court rules. No unions. Endless shifts. He'd fixed their rigs for scraps. Not for me, he said. Worker protections, hazard pay, rotation mandates, clearance for off-world contracts, silence. Kel's orb dimmed, precedent shatters hierarchy. Salith tilted head. Claws tapped console. Bold, selfless. Her gaze held his, longer. Done. Decree issues now. Haraska grunted approval. Competence proven. Human guards the impossible. Explosions muffled through vents. Station groaned. Eli patched a flickering shield relay. Power stabilized. Salith's hand grazed his arm. Forbidden touch. Public now. Kel's voice cut in via comb. Sato inbound. Seize your proximity. Demands audience. Salith pulled Eli aside. Shadows hid them from guards. They weaponize us. My crown. Your anomaly. Eli met her eyes. Golden fire. Protocols burning. We move first. Her claws curled around his wrist. Tight. Possessive. You deny my rank, yet claim my trust. Equals in a pinch. He squeezed back. Heart raced. Her scales warmed under his palm. Alarms spiked. Borders breach Sector 3. Haraska rallied guards. Defend core. Li grabbed toolkit. Lifts secure. But core powers next. Salith nodded. With me, they ran. Her stride matched his. Bond sealed in motion. Kel trailed. Minister Odrin Kel advises retreat. Envoy Sato offers alliance. If bond dissolves. Salith snarled. Leverage cuts both ways. Eli rerouted a door mid-sprint. Sparks flew. Open path. Guards poured through. Deeper corridors narrowed. Drones buzzed. Rival hacks. Eli swatted one. Traced signal. They're jamming evac. Salith halted at a vault door. Royal Shuttle Bay. Locked. Her sig failed again. Eli bridged it. Fingers steady. Open. Inside. Sleek vessel. Engines hot. Haraska waved crew aboard. But feed screens lit. Envoy Nima Sato's face. Human sharp diplomatic smile. Queen Veyron. Eli Mercer. Ceasefire. Negotiate. Your romance risks galactic court. Salith froze. Eli's hand in hers. Broadcast live. Kel pulsed urgent. Deny it. Eli stepped forward. Camera drone hovered. Envoy. Workers first. Protections signed? Sato blinked. Irrelevant. Relevant now. Eli grinned. Humble flex. Queen's decree. Rivals lose narrative. Salith pulled him aboard. Door sealed. Thrusters roared. Haraska at helm. Course. Outsystem rally point. Salith sat throne. Pulled Eli beside her. Throne's edge. Intimate. Kel calmed frantic. Court erupts. Human outsider claims Queen's side. Station feeds exploded. Workers cheered protections. Rivals scrambled. Eli patched shuttle nav. Dodged pursuit locks. Salith watched. Her tail coiled his ankle. Hidden. Solid. You gambled on me, Eli said low. Her claws traced his palm. Honest hands break chains. Golden eyes promised more. Pursuit drones closed. Eli fired countermeasures. Hits landed. Clean, but Sato's shuttle matched velocity. Ale open, Queen. Mercer, bond confirmed. Court demands proof of loyalty. Salith leaned to Mike. Eli's hand in hers, visible. Proof, flies with us. Engines flared. Jump drive charged. Haraska glanced back. Human competence, alien resolve. We endure. Wildfire spread. Trust outran the stars. But rivals plotted deeper strikes. Salith's whisper cut through hum. They know my true name now. Protect it, Eli. He nodded. Toolkit ready. Bond unbreakable. Station faded behind. Minister Kel's leaked footage blasted across every court feed. Eli's face filled the shuttle's main holoscreen. Arm brushing Salith's in the repair bay. Subtitle screamed, Human infiltrator coerces Queen in disguise. Drones captured her subtle lean toward him. Intimate. Damning. Salith's claws dug into the throne arm. Kel twists truth. We burn his lie. Araska banked hard. Pursuit drones dotted the sensors. Rally point in 5. Loyalists wait. Eli patched the nav console. One finger swipe rerouted power. Drones scattered. Feeds viral. Quartz rioting. Her golden eyes locked on him. Tail tightened around his ankle. Hidden anchor. Summon the audience. Public. Now. He nodded. Toolkit clanked at his feet. Shuttle lurched into jump space. Stars blurred. Rally point materialized. A fortified asteroid station, bristling with loyal gunships. Docking clamps locked. Airlock hissed open. Karaska's guards snapped salutes. Royal banners snapped in recycled air. Salith rose, pulled Eli's hand. Visible, with me. The grand chamber thrummed. Hollow thrones projected her image to the full court. Nobles' faces flickered on wall screens. Outraged. Scheming. Kel's smooth features smirked center stage. Envoy Sato hovered beside him. Human eyes sharp. Ministers. Captains. Witnesses. Salith's voice boomed. Tail flicked. This human saved my life. Hear his report. Aloud. Murmurs erupted. Kel leaned forward. Majesty. The footage. Silence. Her claws extended. Eli Mercer. Speak. Eli stepped to the central dais. Worker's decree still buzzed in his pocket. Signed. Sealed. He faced the hollow nobles. Stayed calm. Station core sabotage. Targeted Queenswing. Palace technician bypassed fuses here. He tapped his wrist display. Schematics bloomed. Overloaded relays. Would have vented her quarters. Gasps rippled. A noble snarled. Human lies. Prove it. Eli grinned. Humble. Pulled 2 tools from his kit. Multi-screw and flux tester. Grabbed a spare fuse from the dais panel. Standard issue. Watch. He slotted the fuse. Multi-screw pried the casing. Flux tester hummed, mimicking override pulse. Sparks danced. Controlled. Fuse popped. Hollow schematics mirrored the failure. Lights dimmed across the chamber. Gasps turned to stunned silence. Exact method. Eli reset it. One twist. Lights flared back. Took me 2 minutes to spot. Honest fix. Nobles shifted. Kel's smirk cracked. Sato's eyes narrowed, calculating. Salith's tail brushed his calf. Pride in her gaze. Saboteur named. Haraska growled. Comms crackled in his earpiece. Intel confirms. Palace Tech. Joran Vex. In custody now. Bring him. Salith commanded. Guards dragged Joran in. Scales bruised. Eyes wild. He thrashed. Lies. Kel ordered. A guard stun baton cracked down. Joran slumped. Eli lunged. Grabbed the guard's arm. Stop. Testimony first. Araska world. Human interferes. Intact suspect talks clean. Eli held firm. No release. Beat him. You lose proof. The guard froze. Karaska's frills flared. Doubt warring protocol. Then nodded. Stand down. Joran gasped upright. Chains rattled. Minister Kel paid me. Frame the human. Weaken her claim. Holas exploded. Nobles roared. Kel's feed cut. Fled. Salith seized the mic. Traitors exposed. Mercer's word holds. Sato's shuttle docked outside. She strode in, flanked by aides. Queen, the compact demands clarity. This, Bond. Her gaze flicked to Eli's hand in Salith's. Lingering touch. Clear. Salith pulled him closer. Throne's edge. He protects what protocols ignore. Paraska eyed Eli. Competence noted. Model updated. Workers cheered from lower feeds. Protections locked in. Rivals scrambled. Narratives shattered. But alarms wailed. Sensors pinged. Incoming fleet. Kel's allies. Gunships powered weapons. Eli checked his toolkit.
Spare countermeasures ready. They won't wait for votes.
Salith's claws traced his palm. Whispered, my true name spreads. Guarded. He squeezed back. Bond sealed, always. Praska barked orders. Shields up. Sato smiled thin. Leverage shifts. Negotiate now? Salith laughed. Low, dangerous. We fight first. Eli patched the asteroid defenses. Human hands on alien fire. Trust ignited. Deeper scans revealed the truth. Kel's fleet carried Salith's lost heir, stolen, weaponized. Her eyes widened. They hold my daughter. Eli's jaw set. Toolkit snapped open. New war burned hotter. Shuttle thrusters roared back to life. Rally point trembled. Forbidden pair led the charge. Rivals closed in. Loyalty's wildfire spread. Paraska glanced at Eli. Human, your impossible skill. It binds us. Eli dodged a lock-on. Fired back, just tools. And trust. Salith's tail coiled tight. Golden promise burned. More than that. Fleet fire lit the void. Proof demanded blood now. Kel's voice hacked the comms. Surrender the pretender queen. Human puppet falls. Eli countered the hack. One code line. Feed reversed. Joran's confession looped galaxy-wide. Nobles defected. Feeds flipped. But Sato pulled Salith aside. Envoy to envoy. Romance risks throne. Use it, marry alliance. Salith's claws flexed. My choice. Eli overheard. Heart steady. No jealousy. Action spoke. Incoming torpedoes streaked. He recalibrated point defense. It's vaporized. Clean sweeps. Haraska grunted approval. Alien steel. Human edge. Victory. Dock bays sealed. Loyalists boarded their shuttle. Course. Core worlds. Confront Kel. Salith sat throne. Eli beside. Public now. No hiding. Her whisper cut engines hum. You broke expectations. Again. He grinned. Treating you equal. Simple. Tail anchored. Claws promised. Scandal forged unbreakable. Fleet pursuit locked. Jump charged. Trust outran stars, but Sato's warning lingered. Heir's location encrypted. Kel's final play. Eli cracked his knuckles. Daughter's beacon pulsed faint. Race began. Wildfire roared on. Salith yanked Eli through the archive-shadowed archway. Her claws dug into his arm. Gentle warning. The heavy door hissed shut behind them. Stone walls loomed, etched with glowing name chains of ancient queens. Hollow scrolls flickered in alcoves, air thick with dust and secrets. Eli spun toward the door. The handle rattled, slow at first. Then insistent. Down, Salith hissed. She shoved him behind a towering data slab. He crouched, pulled his multi-tool from his belt. The palace vote raged outside, nobles deciding her fate by dawn. Rivals branded her a pretender. Eli, the human contractor who'd fixed her shuttle's core, now a target. Too competent, too close. Handle twisted harder, metal scraped. Salith's tail lashed. She pressed against the slab, scales shimmering violet in the low light. Stay low, they hunt you first. Eli nodded, scanned the room. Archive wing, her private vault. No guards, no alarms he'd spotted. Doors biometric. How'd they? Traitors bypassed. Her voice cracked like thunder restrained. Kel's work. Minister spins narratives. You live through the vote. Or throne falls. Handle popped free. Hinges groaned. 2 assassins slipped in. Cloaked in shadow weave, blades humming plasma edges. Scaled faces twisted in zealot fury. One scanned. The other lunged for the central pedestal, where her true regalia hid. Eli's mind raced. No guns here. Palace protocol banned them in archives, but tools, his domain. Salith coiled to strike. Eli grabbed her wrist. Wait. She froze. Claws flexed. He darted to a side panel. Human habit, improvise. Palace systems mirrored station rigs. Universal interfaces. He jacked his multi-tool. Overrode the climate grid. Sprinklers hissed alive. Not water. Flash chem reserve. Maintenance purge for fires. Blinding strobes erupted, water sheeting down in icy torrents. Assassins yelped. One slipped, blade skittering. The other shielded eyes firing blind plasma bursts that scorched shelves. Salith pounced. Tail whipped the blinded one's legs. He crashed. She pinned him, claws at throat. Name your handler. Eli flanked the second. Tool sparked, deployed a shock prod extension, jabbed the assassin's neck. Muscles locked. He dropped. Water pooled ankle deep. Hollow scrolls sputtered. Data safe and crystal cores. Salith rose, dripping, fixed Eli with golden eyes. Impossible. You split them without killing. Divert and disarm. Human repair creed. He wiped his face, grinned faint. Keeps questions for later. She dragged the bodies to a side vault, sealed it with a claw print. Night vote peaks soon. Hide here till dawn. My archive, most private in palace. Eli eyed the door. That breach, they'll try again. Her tail flicked. Then fortify. He nodded. Practical, always. From his kit, he pulled wire, brackets, a heavy slide bar, salvaged from shuttle repairs. Aliens relied on biometrics, fields, scans, hackable. Humans? Mechanical backups, simple, reliable, watch. He knelt by the door, drilled anchors into stone, quiet vibro bit, slid the bar into brackets, tested. Solid deadbolt, no power, no codes. Human privacy trick. Locks from inside, physical. Breaks protocol here? Salith tilted her head. Scales rippled curiosity. Protocol demands access. Queens observed. Always. She traced the bar. Claws retracted. But you treat me as equal. No deference. Everyone deserves a door that works.
He stepped back, locked it.
Unlocked. Demo done. Her laugh echoed soft, rare sound. Teach me. Eli handed her the tool, guided her claws. She drilled. Awkward at first, then steady. Bar slid home. Click. Secure, she said. Pride edged her voice. Dawn light filtered through slits. Vote comms buzzed distant, nobles arguing her legitimacy. Eli paced. Salith sank onto a throne relic, tail curling around pedestal. You risk all, he said, hiding the outsider. She met his gaze, pulled a chain from her neck. Delicate platinum links, etched with runes, glowed faint, true name chain. Salith Veyron, not pretender. Airmark proves it, held it out. Vulnerable, Eli took it gentle. Runes pulsed warm, heavy trust. Oath for oath, her eyes bored in. Swear to throne? He handed it back. Knelt eye level. No, protect your agency. Choices, not crown. Your Salith first, silence stretched. Her tail uncoiled, brushed his hand. Deliberate. Human madness equals queen. Treat people same. Breaks your expectations? He shrugged, shatters them. She rose, claws grazed his shoulder. Bond sparked, forbidden, human alien. Contractor queen, door rattled again. Harder, voices outside. Breach the archive. Kel commands. Eli barred the door tighter. Salith activated Holoveil. Cloaking field shimmered. They vanished into shadows. Pounding grew. Vibro cutters whined. Eli whispered, "More coming. Plan?" Her hand found his. Together. Vote ends soon. Trust outruns them. Handle glowed red hot. Metal buckled. But outside shouts erupted. Guards! Haraska's loyalists! Captain Haraska's roar boomed. Blaster fire cracked. Assassins screamed. Salith's comm pinged. Vote sways. Your feeds broadcast. Shuttle fix. Archive hold. Nobles question Kel. Eli exhaled, but scans pinged his wrist unit. Deeper breach. Vents. They're inside walls, he said. She nodded. Claws ready. Show me another human trick. He grinned. Pulled sealant foam. Seal and flush. They moved as one. Foam-choked vents. Systems whined. Purged gas. Thuds from hidden panels. Bodies slumped. Dawn broke. Vote sealed. Salith affirmed, barely. Door burst open. Haraska stormed in. Blade drawn. Saw them. Paused. Human, you held. Eli wiped foam from hands, tools, and trust. Salith stepped forward. Name chain gleamed open. He protects me. Agency intact. Haraska grunted, eyed the deadbolt. Impossible competence. Model shifts. But Eli's scanner beeped. Incoming message. Envoy Nima Sato. Mercer. Romance confirmed. Kel weaponizes it. Fleet en route. Salith's tail tightened on Eli's arm. Wildfire spreads. Haraska sealed the archive. Core worlds next. Kel waits. Eli cracked knuckles. Then we run protocol ragged. Pursuit ignited. Trust burned brighter, but Sato's warning hid deeper. Air's shadow moved. Eli yanked the grate free. Dim service lights flickered ahead. Salith's claws scraped metal as she dropped in behind him. "Stay low," he whispered. "Patrols echo every 30 seconds. We thread the gaps." Her tail brushed his boot. She nodded, eyes glowing faint violet in the gloom. They crawled forward. Boots on plasteel. Eli counted beats. Left, right, pause. The rhythm mapped the halls above. First gap hit. He froze, listened. Footfalls faded. "Go." Salith slithered past, lithe despite her royal frame. Eli followed. Sweat beaded his brow. Human lungs burned in stale air, but he pushed. Her safety rode on his ear. Vents hummed. A junction loomed. 3 paths split. Eli pressed his palm to the wall. Vibrations pulsed. Right branch clear. Left has mass. Guards. Center's a loop. "How?" Her voice stayed level, but wonder edged it. Sound timing. Human trick. Patterns everywhere. He led right. Crawl space narrowed. His shoulders scraped. Salith flowed effortless. Alien grace met human grit. Shouts filtered down. Queen's trace. Archive breach. Haraska's growl cut through. Loyalists mobilized. But Kale's spies swarmed too. Eli's wrist unit buzzed soft. Sato's ping. Fleet holds orbit. Romance vid viral. Nobles demand purity audit. "Run!" Salith's hand gripped his ankle. "They know us. Protocol lags us." Eli grinned in dark. "Keep moving." They hit a vent grate. Palace core below. Secure chamber access. But shadows shifted. Boots thudded close. Dead end? Salith tensed. Eli scanned seams. No. Override here. He popped his multi-tool. Wires sparked. Panel hissed open. They tumbled into a sub-level duct. Alarms wailed distant. Pursuit closed. Eli mapped next. Echoes bounced sharper. Guards tripled. He timed a double patrol. 20 seconds. Faster. Salith matched him. Her breath synced to his. Trust sealed in motion. They emerged in a maintenance bay. Shadows cloaked crates. Eli pulled her behind a power relay. Listened. Heavy steps. Haraska's frame blocked the hatch. Blade gleamed. Out. Now. Salith rose. Claws extended. Eli stepped beside her. "Captain, we're clean." Haraska's eyes narrowed on Eli. "Human. You breach royal paths. Stand down." Eli raised hands slow. "Comms first. Yours pinged compromised. Check offline." Haraska snarled, eyed his gauntlet. Static crackled. "What game?" "No game. Watch." Eli tapped his unit. Broadcast a dummy signal. Low freak human band. Haraska's calm lit red. Feedback screeched. "Impossible." Raska ripped his gauntlet. Powered down. Tested Eli's feed. Clean. "How?" "Frequency bleed. Your encryption leaks on subchannels. I patched mine shuttle side." "Standard fix." Eli shrugged. "Anyone listens right?" Haraska grunted. Blade lowered fraction. Model shifts again. "You guard her?" Ellie met his gaze. "Always." Salith nodded. "He proves loyalty. Lead us to Quell." Haraska hesitated, then keyed a secure hatch. Chamber ahead. But spies nest deep. They moved. Eli flanked Salith. Haraska scouted. Tunnels twisted. Air grew thick with ozone. Secure chamber sealed tight. Haraska punched codes. Door irised. Minister Odrin Kell stood at console. Silk robes pristine. Smile slid like oil. Majesty. Kell bowed shallow. Vote secured. Chaos ends. Salith advanced. Name chain swung free. Her mark of agency. Lies end, Minister. Name the mastermind. Clemency waits. Kell's eyes flicked to Eli. Then, Haraska. Bold, but throne demands purity. Human taint. Spreads wildfire. Eli tensed. Hand near tool pouch. Salith's tail lashed. My choice. Speak. Kell chuckled soft. Air shadow pulls strings. But proof? None. His finger brushed a hidden stud. Console flared. Failsafe triggered. Broadcast uplink surged. Palace vids hacked. Images of Salith and Eli flooded nets, clutched hands, shared grins. Forbidden bond exposes Queen's weakness. Traitor! Salith lunged. Kel dodged. Alarms screamed. Bulkhead shields dropped. Eli dove for the uplink panel. Exposed relays sparked. Hold him! Haraska pinned Kel, claws locked arms. Salith guarded the door. Blaster fire cracked outside. Kel's guards breached. Eli pried the cover. Wires writhed live. Uplink pulsed red. Manual disconnect meant arc risk. Human skin fried easy.
Time?
Salith called.
Seconds.
Eli gripped insulated pliers. Yanked feeder line. Sparks exploded. Current bit his glove. Smell of charred rubber. He twisted the core bus. Severed it clean. Broadcast died. The screens blanked. Kel bucked. Fleet sees. Purity claws activates. Haraska slammed him down. Lies die here. Li slumped against wall. Gloves smoked. Skin blistered under, but link cut. Salith knelt by him. Claw gentle on his wrist. You burned for me. Worth it. He flexed fingers. Pain lanced, but her touch cooled it. Door buckled. Haraska braced. More come. Air's forces. Salith rose. Eyes hard. Kel. Name him. Now. Kel spat blood. Smile cracked. Envoy Sato. She leveraged your romance. Human fleet demands concessions. Air buys silence. Eli's gut twisted. Sato's warnings. Bait. Salith's claws dug Kel's throat. Proof? Data crystal. My vault. Kel gasped. Haraska ripped it free from Kale's robe. Slotted into console. Hollow bloomed. Sato's face. Negotiations sealed. Queen's Fall secures trade lanes. Betrayal confirmed. Salith nodded. Clemency revoked. She signaled. Haraska. Blade flashed. Kel slumped still. Eli stood. Blisters throbbed. Fleet inbound? Haraska sealed chamber. Core worlds rally. Hair moves. Salith gripped Eli's arm. Tail coiled his waist. We outrun them. Together, Eli nodded. Wrist unit pinged. Sato direct. Mercer, pivot time. Hair offers alliance. Accept. Door groaned. Fire outside. Eli cracked his knuckles. Protocol breaks first. They plunged back into tunnels. Trust forged in fire, but Air's shadow loomed larger. Sato's game hid fangs. Haraska led now. Li mapped echoes. Salith's hand never left his. Pursuit howled. Wildfire leaped stars. But their bond burned hottest. Deeper vents called. Li heard the rhythm shift. Fleet dropships breached hull. New path, he said. Human way. Salith smiled fierce. Lead. Salith strode into the grand chamber. Data crystal clutched in her fist. Eli matched her pace. Blisters stinging under fresh bandages. Haraska flanked them. Blade sheathed but eyes scanning nobles. The court gasped as holoscreens ignited. Traitors exposed. Salith's voice cut the murmurs. She slotted the crystal. Timelines bloomed. Sabotage chains from Kel's vault. Linked to Sato's negotiations. Air's dropships breaching vents. Eli's reconstructed maps overlaid it all. His wrist unit pings time-stamped the fleet's rhythm. Nobles hissed. A scaled lord rose. The human orchestrated this? Execute the outsider? Eli's jaw tightened. He smelled the ozone of projecting lights. Felt Salith's tail brush his leg. Steady signal. Salith's claws flexed. Ellie Mercer mapped your salvation. He broke protocols humans deem unbreakable. Demand his head and lose the stars. Haraska growled low. Proof stands. Air's forces scatter. Mercer led us through. The Lord jabbed a talon. D touched the queen. Forbidden. Pollutes the throne. Court erupted. Shouts demanded punishment, exile, death, purification rites. Ellie scanned faces. Envy in their stares, his impossible fixes now legend from vent runs. Salith silenced them with a raised hand. Mercer rejects your games. Speak, human. Eli stepped forward. Heart pounded, but voice stayed even. No titles, no noble ranks. I fix systems. That's my contract. He met the Lord's glare. Grant legal status for cross-species bonds and worker-safe oversight on all stations. No more sabotage blind spots. Gasps rippled. A matron noble leaned in. Bonds? With her? Madness. Practical, Eli said. Trust outruns protocol. We proved it. Saleth's eyes gleamed. She gripped his arm, scales warm against his skin. Eli Mercer is my protected companion. Under royal law, Article 7, loyalty forged in crisis binds eternal. Challenge it. Silence crashed. The Lord sputtered. Queen, tradition, dare me, Saleth snarled. Tail coiled Ellie's waist openly. Paraska shifted, blocking dissenters. Nobles whispered, tails twitching. Shock at her gamble. One elder rose slow. Law holds. But galaxy watches. Air spins tails. Saleth nodded sharp. Then we answer. She pulled Eli toward the balcony doors. Haraska cleared the path, guards forming wedge. Eli followed, pulse racing. Balcony overlooked galactic feeds, broadcast arrays pulsing to core worlds. Wind howled from station vents, carrying burnt plastic reek of recent fires. Doors hissed open. Cameras swarmed. Holofeeds lit. Alliance envoys, human fleets holding edge. Air's armada massing. A broadcaster drone buzzed close. Queen Saleth? Human consort rumors? True? Alliance fractures. Saleth faced the array. Eli at her side. Her hand laced his fingers. Bold, unyielding. True. Eli Mercer saved my throne. He maps what we cannot. Humans build trust where we build walls. Eli squeezed back. Cameras zoomed. We fixed the station together. No secrets. Sato's deals exposed. Check the crystal. Air's the threat. Feeds exploded. Queen claims human mate. Mercer, hero or invader. An envoy hollow flickered. Nima Sato face pale. Mercer, this escalates. Fleet demands clarification. Clarify this, Eli said. Protocol breaks for survival. Bonds lethal now. Back us or step aside. Saleth leaned into him. Alliance questions answered. Join or burn with the air. Sato's hollow froze, then nodded curt. Leverage accepted. Humans stand with the queen. Court nobles poured onto the balcony behind. The scaled lord shoved forward. Lies. He bewitches her. Haraska blocked him. Eli felt Saleth tense, old rivalries flaring, but cheers rose from lower feeds, workers' channels, station crews hailing Eli's fixes. Alien voices chanted, human way. Saleth turned to Eli, voice low. They see now. Your respect ignited this. Eli grinned faint. Just did my job. Drones captured it all. Galaxy-wide wildfire. Alarms blared sudden. Haraska's comm crackled. Hare's vanguard breaches outer docks. Sato's fleet engages. But traitors inside. Saleth's claws tightened on Eli. Court holds. We lead the defense. Eli pulled his wrist unit, napping new echoes. Vents again. My path. Nobles stared. His calm breaking their world anew. The Lord sneered. He leads? Impossible. Watch, Saleth said. She kissed Eli's knuckles, public vow. Feeds captured the spark. Eli nodded to Haraska. Seal balcony. Workers to overrides. Guards moved. Saleth's tail stayed coiled. Trust sealed. But Sato's private ping hit Eli's unit. Air offers you amnesty. Take it. Romance ends wars. Or starts them. Eli deleted it. Not today. They plunged back in. Queen, human, guards, bond their shield. Hare's shadows closed. Galaxy held breath. Saleth whispered, together outruns all. Eli led, competence their blade. Vents echoed with pursuit. But their rhythm synced. Human grit, alien fire. Broadcasts raged. Queen chooses human. Alliances shift. One act of respect. Political inferno. Eli smelled smoke ahead. Trap. Human fix. Saleth smiled fierce. Lead. Haraska grunted approval. Model updates. Human ally. They dove deeper. Fleet booms shook hull. Sato's game twisted, but Eli's map held true. Bond burned brightest. Deeper vents called. Air's fangs neared. Eli cracked knuckles. Protocol second. Saleth's hand never left his. Wildfire leaped stars. But air loomed larger. Sato's fangs hid deeper, trust-tested. Again, court feeds looped their balcony stand. Nobles fractured, some pledged blades, others slipped away. Eli traced schematics mid-run. Override here. Workers seal it. Haraska relayed. Done. Human way works. Salith's eyes locked his. You break us open, for good. Eli shrugged. Respect simple. Alarms peaked. Vanguard breached core. They burst into command nexus. Consoles sparked. Eli patched in. Fingers flew. Human speed resetting shields. Nobles watched, tails still. Impossible competence. Salith stood guard. Ours now. Sato's hollow intruded station-wide. Mercer, Air's deal. Your freedom for Queen's abdication. Eli laughed short. Tell him no. Feeds caught it. Galaxy cheered. Air's ships cracked under combined fire. Human fleets pivoting. Victory hummed. But Salith pulled Eli close. They'll try again. Bond forever? Kiss sealed. Court bowed. Slowly. Wildfire forged empire anew. One human's respect. Queen's gamble. Unbreakable. Yet Sato pinged final. Game's not over. Watch your back. Eli smirked. Bring it. They stepped out, rulers entwined. Stars awaited.